Hi, my crafty friends. This is Sandy back at you. I have a craft I'd like to show you. It's pockets. I know you know how to make pockets, but the twist that I'm doing is pockets with wallpaper, which that might not be new either. But I got this idea from watching Junie Desiree. I love her videos. She's one of the first people that inspired me to start doing junk journaling. And so I got this idea from her. And these are some of the wallpapers I'm going to be using. And then I have this wallpaper. I got a bigger piece. And then I have this piece of wallpaper. And I have a couple that I already started with. Then I have some papers, but I'm going to use wallpaper for these, I believe. But she was so sweet to include some really nice papers when I became a patron, and I will probably be using some of these as pockets also. But today I want to do some wallpaper pockets. So I got a couple of different ideas, and like I said, the first one is from watching her. But I'll show you an example of the pockets that I've already made. And this is the one that I'm going to do, that I learned from watching her videos. So you can see there's a pocket here. And I covered a piece of cardstock. Now that's not going to show. I didn't really care for this pattern, so I'm just going to glue this to the journal, and that'll be my pocket, my page decoration. And this one I'm going to glue down to the page. It's a simple pocket. Everyone knows how to do this. Just put it in the journal and glue it on 3 sides, and then you have this pocket on top. But I backed it with some manila envelope. I like to use the manila envelope. I use this a lot, cut it down to make things a little sturdier than just using paper for a back. And then I like to leave a border when I use that, and put some distressed ink around it. And I love to use the walnut stain. As you can see, I tea-dyed, I was supposed to say tie-dyed, but I tea-dyed the trim that I put on the bottom of that. And I think it looks good just like that. I don't think I'm going to embellish that anymore. So, alright, down to making the pockets. Now, this is not one of my favorite patterns, so I'm going to use this, I think, as the back, so nobody sees that pattern. Okay, and I love this pocket idea. It's just so easy. And you fold this up for the size of pocket you want. Also, one of the things I like doing it this way is you can easily see, starting with this size paper, it easily makes 3 pockets. Okay, now she used napkins to do hers, so I'm using wallpaper to do mine. So we're going to see how this works. I'm going to have to buy some more of this wallpaper. I really like this, and this is going to use up a lot of it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I love my Fabri-Tac. It sticks really fast. I hope everyone's having a great day. A nice peaceful day. Crafting to me is always peaceful and relaxing. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. I love peaceful activities. It really helps to unwind when you have anxiety. To do a peaceful craft. I like to listen to meditation music. I love to listen to Enya and soft Celtic music. Those are some of the things I like to do to relax. And prayer and meditation. So I have that. Now, let's see what we're going to put along the bottom. I love the wallpaper, but I like it for this section, so I'm thinking I'm going to use a different type of paper along the bottom. I could do something with fabric and like maybe collage some fabric across the bottom. So it's Junie's idea, but I think I'm going to take a little artistic creativeness with it of my own. So I have all kinds of scrap fabric that I could use to do that. Now this is something just like a spur of the moment idea. So I wasn't prepared. But we'll see what we got. I have a variety. I love this. I don't know if I have more. I hope I have some more of this. Okay. I think that about does it. Okay, and I have this. Okay, so I'm just going to start cutting these up in little pieces and layering them. If I could use that clear across and then layer on top of it. I think I like that. Okay, I'm going to start doing that. But yeah, I think music is my first go-to when I start feeling anxiety. Music and crafting and prayer. I have a nice prayer journal that I made, and I love to read the scripture that I have in it. I have some encouraging scripture. And then I'll journal in it how I'm feeling. Okay, let me cut off this edge. One thing I can do is just glue this up. Let me cut this a little bit off of this edge. Okay. I also have a nice group of friends on Facebook. And I love that because, you know, we're there for each other. We can talk to each other about what's going on. And that always helps to express how you're feeling and knowing that someone's not going to judge you and just be there to listen. Okay. This is the first time that I've actually done this, putting down the fabric with the wallpaper pockets. And I really like this. I think this is really cute. I want to keep that bird on it, so I think I'll just cut right in front of the bird. Maybe cut that a little shorter. So we got that. I'm going to try and stay with some of the more muted colors, I think. Because this isn't too loud. I don't want to make this really loud. I love that my sister is a quilter. I get a lot of her leftover scraps. And that's perfect, finding someone that can quilt, get the scraps, and that's one less thing I have to buy for my supplies. I like to try and craft with what I already have. So I can glue that down. That's not very straight. I guess it doesn't need to be perfect because I'm going to be gluing it down. I really like this. I think this is cute. I put that along the bottom. Just do a row of flowers. Oh, I should just rip it. If it'll rip. I love that. It gives you the extra strings. I think I want to use this on the end with the stag, so I'm going to cut out a corner of this. But now if I put him there, we need more. Do that. I think I'll glue it down just like that. Let me see what other pieces of fabric I can find. See if there's anything else I want to use on that. I like this. I'll use a little piece of this. It's got some script on it. Okay, there we got that. don't know if I'll have time for the other pocket idea I have. But if not, I can always do that in a second video. I may have to. Don't want to run out of time. Okay. Put that on the top. One thing I wanted to share is that I was depressed for a while because both of my best friends died in 1 year, one after the other, and they were both young, one being 48, one being 33. And they were taken away young, but I know that they're in heaven now. They're in a much better place. But I really miss them. And so that was one thing I added to my depression. Like I said, with the lady friends that I have, my YouTube and Facebook groups really helped me through. And when I just need to be alone, I can come into my crafting room and create something pretty that really makes me happy. Crafting really makes me happy. Puts me in my happy place. There we go. Now I'll have to trim off the edges. It's okay, some of it sticks off the edge. I kind of like that look. Now, let's see. Bring this one in. And that's where I'm going to make my cuts. So I wanted to fold them and cut them before I glue them down so I could see where I'm going to have the start of the next pocket. I think the middle pocket's going to be a really wide pocket. I like the size of that. I'll come over just a hair before that fold So it gives me 3 nice sized pockets. I love this. Okay, so I'm just going to glue the edges down, and then go over them with my distressed ink, and they'll be ready to go in a journal. And then I could even, since I cut them up into individual pockets, I could still add some more fabric pieces on top. But I really like the way they look. Okay, so I'm just going to ink the edges of one of these pockets so you'll see what it looks like completed. Anything I want to get are the edges. Okay, so basically that's it, and they are ready to go in a journal. And like I said, I could come in here and add a few more pieces of fabric if I like, but as far as I'm concerned, they're ready to go. So that's the end of what I have for this video, and I hope you'll hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos to come. Bye for now.